How's everybody doing out there today? Good, good, good. You know, I was pretty well pleased with the way our team performed this weekend. I think we did pretty good. You know, there's always room to improve on. You know, we got things to improve on. But, you know, we had 3 penalties, I think, entire game. So our defense played pretty good. But I believe, you know, we had 2 breakups in pass coverage. But this led our, you know, other team to get 2 field goals on those particular drives. But we definitely need to correct those issues on pass defense. You know, offensively, we need to get better in the red zone. You know, our offensive line gave up 1 sack, in which QB JT had to come out for a series or 2. You know, but we need to convert on short yardage. We don't need to be, you know, giving up that short yardage stuff. But, you know, I thought our fans was really good, too. You know, they was yipping and hollering and carrying on all that good stuff. And that makes a big difference when you got on the road and your team. So, you know, they did good. We're proud of our fans. They really help us out. On our injury standpoint, let me tell you real quick. Terrell Hopkins, our defensive lineman, has a severe knee injury. So he's going to get his knee scoped this week sometime. They're going to tell us what's the deal with that. So we'll let y'all know as soon as we find out. So don't ask us any questions about that because I don't know yet. His knee ain't been scoped, so don't ask. Okay. Oh, yeah. Johnson & Johnson, 2 of our offensive linebackers, you know, they're just screwed up a little bit, bruised, you know. No big deal. They need a couple Band-Aids and they'll be fine. So, yeah, and then, let's see, Antonio Smith, he's got a minor shoulder injury, but, you know, he's day-to-day, so. And then Garrett Ripley, he's coming on strong. He was named SF's Offensive Player of the Week, so we've got to give him kudos on that. Way to go. Garrett Ripley. Okay. And then Kent Jones, he was named SFC Defensive Player of the Week. Mm-hmm. So we got, you know, players just doing all kinds of stuff. It's just amazing me, you know, this early in the season, how good they get. And they only going to get better, folks. Let me tell you. They only going to get better.
Todd Reeves, Birmingham Central News. Coach, over the last couple of years, your translation of coming to the SFC, how do you feel about this conference? And what do you think sets it apart from the rest of the conferences out there?
Well, thank you, young man, for that good question there. Well, you know, I love this conference because it's got great competition and resiliency, you know. And our main goal is to fight adversity. You know, we love competition. You know, we face it every day. But, you know, being a champion is just more than just putting on some uniform and just trying to look good. When you put on that uniform, you got to go out there and play your game. You know, you got to play to your utmost ability. You know, it takes commitment, maturity, determination, responsibility. You know, that yourself and that of your team. You know, setting goals and striving to meet them. You know, having a good academic program too, like we got here. You know, at this university is great. We got people just, you know, doing all kinds of stuff over here. But you know, I ain't got time to go on that stuff today. You know, that's just part of the stuff there. But I'll get into that later. When I first came here to University of Alabama Middle State, you know, I was welcomed in open arms to the airport. You know, I met Dr. Cal Morrison and Dr. Clint, and you know, I got the utmost respect for those gentlemen. You know, they're really fine gentlemen. You know, the South Football Conference, you know, it's got a good tradition of excelling in expectations and goals. You know, we got goals that we're trying to meet, and we're doing a good job of it, I believe. You know, the other conferences out there, you know, the Big 15 and the ABC, they're great traditions. But this conference right here, lately's got the best athletes. We got the on the east and west sides. So we won 6 championships in 8 years. I mean, come on, that's something right there. So that says a lot about willpower and resiliency and coaches and the players. So
Jerry Sherbert, the Tuscaloosa Star. Coach, your team preseason was ranked number 2. Do you feel like after this win, with the way the schedule is, that you and your team could win another national championship this year? A lot of people are saying this team definitely has another shot at a title this year. What are your thoughts on this?
Y'all people amaze me. We win one game and y'all think we're going to win the championship. That just burns me up. I mean, where'd you say we was ranked? I mean, I don't care really. I don't read into stuff like that. We gotta, none of that stuff matters to me. We got 9 more games to go. Last year's team, yeah, we won a national championship and all that stuff. But that team, they knew who they were. They had their own identity. Those players bought into our system and, they played with mental toughness and stayed focused, overcame adversity. They did what they had to do to win, to be successful. That's what it takes in this business. You got to play every step of the way. So this year's team, we got to go out here and get a new identity for ourselves. We don't worry about all that other stuff. We need to worry about what we're gonna do. We got a lot of developing to do out here. So we got to see how well this team comes together. On the field as well off the field. So don't ask me no more questions about that because I'm not going to answer. I'm going to tell you right now.
Jenny Copeland from Gadsden Sports Network. Coach, could you comment briefly on freshman running back James McQuick, his progression, and when do you think we could see him play? Also, there is a rumor that you might be going to the SFL to coach the Ohio Grizzlies. Is this something that you will consider?
Well, let me tell you, first and foremost, James has progressed really well. He works hard. He shows up at practice really good. And, he just needs to keep working hard like everybody else. If he keeps doing well, we'll play him. But you got to keep playing well. That's the thing. Strive to do your job, overcome adversity. Right now we pretty much set up on running backs. Our depth's pretty good on that. Over the last couple of years, we had great recruitment. Of athletes. And I don't care what y'all say, but as far as going to SFL, I don't know anything about that. I don't know where y'all people come up with this stuff or whatever, but are you saying this or who's saying this? I don't know. Who's saying this? I mean, you guys can write all that stuff, but it absolutely means nothing. My job is here at Alabama Middle State. I'm focusing on my team, and getting our players developed and winning ball games. That's what I'm doing. So you people write what you want,
Jennifer White, Rhinos Radio Network. Coach, as you get your team prepared to play the Texas Rattlers this coming weekend, are there any areas that you think your team needs to improve on, especially against such a high-scoring offensive team that likes to pass the ball?
Well, yeah, they're one very dynamic team. Let me tell you what. They play good on offense. Like you said earlier, those who listening again to the show, we got to become more disciplined on pass defense. We got too many guys out of position, getting beat on the pass. We need to work on containing the run. Our guys need to know what their assignments are. What they are, what they need to do, they need to execute on them. This team, You know, we got a lot of respect for this team. You know, they're a good team. They don't play around. You know, they got a good coach. They got a good organization. They got some good running backs too. Let me tell you, they can run like quick lightning, silver lightning, grease lightning. They gone, buddy. Let me tell you what. You miss a tackle, like we've been missing tackles lately. They're gonna be gone in the race. There'll be touchdowns all over the place. These guys can run quick, so we gotta be ready for that. You know, they play good on special teams. They've returned kickoffs on other teams before, so we gotta be ready for those kickoffs. You know what we gotta do? We gotta play for 60 minutes. That's not much to ask, is it? 60 minutes? Come on, folks. 60 minutes. That's all we gotta have. 4 quarters. You know, that's all I ask of our team. Play 4 quarters. You give me your heart and soul 4 quarters. You know, I'm not gonna be griping at you, but I got to see that 4 quarters. I don't want to see 3.5 quarters. I want to see 4. I want to see 4 quarters. You know, and let me say something else. You know, if we do all this stuff, we can overcome adversity. You know, adversity's not a big thing. You know, we can overcome adversity. We can come over, you know, just stay focused on what we got to do to be successful. That's all we got to do.
I'm Carrie Jones, Rhinos newspaper. I have 2 quick questions for you, Coach. When your team is called the Raging Rhinos, what does that phrase mean to you? And can you make a comparison to that of another team in the country? I'm talking about the names of the teams. Second, what is your most greatest fear that you think you have in college football or in general?
Well, let me say one thing. Man, y'all ask some doggone good questions. I mean, y'all think about these things all week, don't you? And y'all come in there to this little thing we got going here. Y'all come in here and ask me these questions. Y'all got some good ones. You know, I don't make comparisons between players because I don't think that's fair to compare one player to another. You know, they each got their own identity. They know who they are. They got their own, you know, special talent, so to speak. You know, I don't make a comparison of this one or this one or this one. So, you know, I believe mainly our mascot, our team stands for mental toughness, accelerating against your adversity, having focus, you know, having resiliency, not letting nothing stand in your way. You know, anything comes your way, you face that adversity. Take it on. You know, our ultimate goal here, you know, at this university, well, yes, win ball games, but, you know, we want to shape these young kids that come in here in this here program. You know, we want to shape them in the right way. You know, we want these kids to grow up out here in this here city and go out in the world and achieve great things. You know, and when they do that, they'll associate the people associated with them. You know, it all fix itself. You know, another question was, let me think a minute. Oh yeah, you're saying something about my fear in life. Well, let me tell you, son. I think that'd be my wife, because she wears pants in my family. You know, Miss Teresa, she's really something. She's a sweetheart, though. But you still got to walk a chalk line around her, let me tell you. Because she's a coach in my house. Yeah, yep. If you go out of bounds on her, you'll lose for sure. But let me tell y'all guys something. I mean, this is, you know, I go out to a game. I go out to expect to win that game. You know, I don't hate to lose a game. You know, that's why I go out there. I want to win every game I go out there to do. That's my goal. You know, if we're you know winning a game 83-3, you know, I'm still worried about it. You know, the clock's got to say zeros before we win a game. You know, a lot of people think, you know, you don't win this game. Well, no, we hadn't. You don't win nothing until the clock says 0. I've seen too many things happen out there. So anything can happen in college football. Yep, sure does. But you know, people always gonna judge why, you know, in a particular game you didn't call this play, you didn't call that play. You know, why didn't you run the ball? Why didn't you throw the ball? You know, if I throw the ball, they say, well, why didn't you run it? Well, that was a play call we called, so, you know, what do? You know? But we as coaches and players, all we try to do is keep the, you know, players in the right mindset to where in the right position when they go out there, you know, they can be successful and be in a good scenario to win a ball game. But you know, sometimes I get a little mad, you know, up here. I guess don't mean to, but I realize y'all guys got a job to do just like I do. You know, but I just want to say, as a coach, you know, we appreciate what you guys do out there. You know, y'all put a lot of hard work into what y'all do, and you know, I have a lot of friends in the media. You know, I got some old friends. We go out on their fishing boat, get out there, and man, we have a good time. You know, I had a friend. He works in the media. He has a radio show out there, out here in Alabama, and you know, he's good at what he does. He's a real good radio host. You know, but don't get out there too far in a boat with him. He'll tip you over for sure. He almost tipped us over one day, and yeah, it kind of scared me. We was way out there in the deep part of the pond. Yeah, it's kind of scary, but yeah, it's a lot of fun, you know, getting together and, you know, socializing with them when we have time. So, you know, going back to Miss Teresa, you know, for a second, you know, she, every time we win a game, you know, she buys me one of them little boxes of Louis Bear snack cakes. So I've got a whole big old box of them, you know, you know, back behind my trophy case back there, you know. And let me tell you, them things are scrumptious. I mean, they're delicious. So I guess that's why I'm gaining so much weight. But she keeps a big old jar of those things, you know, and they're just tempting. Let me tell you what. But they're good. Let me tell you. But you know, just to show you guys and how much we as coaches appreciate you, we got some in the back when you go out. So feel free to grab one on your way out. But anyway, guess we'll see y'all next week.